Probably need to aim low. Gotta hold low.
Are you good, yes or no?
Yes.
Not good. Good, yes or no? Pull back.
If you need to go hit the head, do anything else, leave your rifle laying down, anything of that nature, clear and safe your weapon on the firing line, get a button. I'll tell you the number of rounds that I've seen lodged in bores, sometimes stacked multiple, which can create overpressure situations, right?
The center of your group with that grouping is right about here with your 25. So what I want you to do is adjust your sight, go 5 clicks left and
On the ESX?
back.
That one 5 clicks back.
Fire 3 well-aimed shots at your target. Safe, maintain positive muzzle control, and stand. Line is hot. Go ahead and fire. How many rounds? 26 and 24.
Sticker on top. Push your
My name is Lieutenant Dalton King. I'm with Explosive Ordnance Disposal, Mobile Unit 5. I am lead planner for HYDRACRAB 2019. And HYDRACRAB 2019 is the inaugural Five Eye Joint EOD exercise. We have partners from 4 different nations, and we're conducting a joint EOD and assault drills across various mobility platforms. This type of multilateral integrated training is important on the big Navy scale because EOD plays a strategic role, whether that's carrier flight deck response, counter IED, mine countermeasures diving, or integration with special operations forces. And by working with our partners that we could potentially fight with in the future, it's better that we're always on the same page in terms of our tactics and procedures. We have members participating in this exercise from New Zealand, Canada, Australia, and the United States. And besides the U.S. Navy, we have Force Reconnaissance Company from 3 MEF and EOD Company from 3 MEF, as well as the 36th Civil Engineering Support Squadron from the United States Air Force. It's important for us to have realistic training because there's kind of an ability when we work through multiple training events, EOD technicians can develop what we call training scars, which can maybe cause them to not treat an operation as real. So the more realistic we can make it, we keep our EOD technicians locked on, and it just makes the whole, I guess, benefit from the training better. We always conduct easier serial and familiarization exercises at the beginning of these type of evolutions because in EOD training, we almost always go with a crawl, walk, run mentality, especially with high-risk training events. We make sure that we work together and that all the partners are on the same page for our TTPs. And then from there, once we have the safety locked in, we can really ramp it up for full mission profile training, which we'll be doing next week. So right now we are conducting small arms proficiency training. So we actually brought out for the exercise, we have Navy EOD teams that have a dive capability, as well as Army and Marine Corps EOD teams. Those teams not having a dive capability are working on their small arms proficiency. while our Navy teams back near the water side are conducting dive waterborne IED drills. It's very important for us to conduct joint small arms proficiency training together because, like everything, safety is our #1 priority. And having all the guys get out here on the range and then practice some of their movements with the weapons just means that when we ramp it up for the full mission profile with simulated munitions and blanks, that we're as safe as possible and we're mitigating the risk as best we can. I am looking forward to the full mission profile days for next week. It'll be very exciting. We're going to be tasking our teams for about 12 hours for those days, and there's just going to be so many moving parts. Everyone's going to be working. It's going to be a lot of fun. So as an EOD technician, it's important to me for us to work with our partners because there's a potential that we could work together in the real world in the future. And there's so many different ways to attack an EOD problem. EOD especially is not a one size fits all, and there's just so much we can learn from watching each other work and then kind of evaluating and discussing why we did what actions on scene, and it just makes us all safer and better in the future.
Okay. So
I think this exercise will prepare me for a real-world EOD operations because if we have to actually go downrange into a non-permissive environment, we will have integrated assault forces with us, and it's important again to hammer down that safety piece and that integration. And of course, working with our Five Eye partners, I would say probable that we would be working together in the future, and it's good for all of us to get on the same sheet of music. I think that it's very important for us to work alongside our partner nations during an exercise like this because there's a lot that we can learn from watching them work, and I think that we have a lot to offer as well. Additionally, the U.S. Navy has so many assets that a lot of these other partner nations don't have the opportunities to utilize as well. In this case, it's some of the air assets and sea assets, and then also the training ranges that we have here.